The node receives power in a couple of different ways. It receives power for the system, as is labeled system power right here, on this black and white positive and negative cable coming in from the battery. In a lot of our units, this is tied via a self-resetting mini breaker to the battery. So the house power switch or our rotary dial down below doesn't have any sort of impact on if this has power or not. If the batteries for your unit have power, there's going to be power here on these posts as long as the breaker in between them is good. From here, it sends out power on our CAN network. We'll be going over what the 4 different wires are composed of for our CAN network, but just know we've got a voltage in, we've got a ground, and we've got a CAN high and a CAN low. So all of that is tied in with the system. If the system has power, that has power. And again, everything up along here is going to be an input. So it's looking for an outside source to give it information. On this side over here, we've got our motor power. So our dial that we were looking at earlier directly controls this. And oftentimes in our units, our house power switch or our house disconnect will also control power coming to this portion here. This allows power to be used for applications throughout the unit. So while this is usually pretty low amperage, usually like 10 or 15 amp, this is oftentimes 30 to 50 amps, depending on the unit. It uses that power so that it can run our higher amperage loads, like our awnings, our slide outs, and also some of our lower amperage ones, like our lights down here. So we've got our outputs and our motors along here that are going to be powered from our motor power. Our system power over here powers the control board and our CAN network.